So our next line that we're going to talk about is whimsical line, one of my favorite ones because it's whimsical. What does whimsical mean again, anyways? So whimsical means that maybe it's a little bit fun or naive, or here, let me read the exact definition. It is playful or fanciful, especially in an appealing or amusing way. That's right, we're gonna get appealing with our lines. So let's take a look at some examples. And actually I have some old artwork of mine to show you for examples. So first, let's look down here. We are going to look at these apples. So these were both experimental, and I actually wanted to include both of them because I really like how one turned out, this one, and I really don't like how this one turned out, because this one, where I used the Pigma Micron with the 0.5 size, I wound up doing so many extra lines underneath it to sort of show where the apple is resting that it started to look like a vine or something, like, and it, to me, this started to look more like a pumpkin than it actually looked like an apple. So here is a great example of how sometimes your drawings, while experimenting with different types of lines, will turn out in ways that you do not like them. And that's okay, because you'll learn just as much from what you don't like as from what you do like. So let's look at the one that I do like. This one, I didn't do quite as many flourishes, and I liked it better because it's a little bit simpler and it doesn't start to take on the look of a pumpkin because I didn't put anything down at the bottom of the ground. So now let's look at a couple of other examples. So these are old little sort of like collages that I did a long time ago. This one I used some stamps on, and it's a little envelope. It says a few things you left behind. And then the line that I wanted to show you is when you open the envelope here, I drew a little goldfish, and this is a very whimsical line here with this orange colored pencil. It's also kind of fun. This really doesn't have anything to do with whimsical line, but I made a little piece that goes in, and you can see on the back when you open it up, there's some different, some stamps, some stickers, some writing, some things that I've glued on, some things that I've drawn on. So those are just kind of fun little collage pieces that I like to do sometimes. Here's another one of those. So this one, you can see there is some whimsical line. I'm gonna point to it maybe with my eraser. That's probably gonna be the best way to do it. So right in here with pen and ink, I did some little sort of appealing, flourishy little whimsical lines. And then this one also has an opening in the envelope, and this is in there, which is just a set of staples that I made to look like a round circle. I think I've got a second one in there too. I don't know what these mean. I'm not worried about what they mean. I just like doing them. It's something fun to kind of get some creative energy out. And then this one also has a back side. This one is one of my favorites because it's interlude with a very small person, and you guys can't see me compared to other people, but I generally am the smallest person in the room. Unless there's somebody under the age of 12 in the room too, then sometimes I'm bigger than them. Okay, here's another one. This is just a quick little watercolor pencil sketch that I did, and that's of a skyline. And the whimsical line comes in with the pen and ink here, where I just sort of quick doodled in these trees and kind of sketched in the skyline without a lot of detail. It's not meant to be, you know, photorealistic. It's not meant to be an exact replica. It's just sort of fun and playful and a quick little sketch. And then here is the last one that I'm going to show you. It's a chicken. I drew these with a group of urban sketchers. If you guys don't know about urban sketching, it's a really fun way to get out and draw and meet other people who like to draw. And there are usually urban sketching sessions in a lot of large cities around the US, and it's actually an international organization. So you should look online and see if there's some urban sketchers near you that you can meet up with. And this one was done at Boggy Creek Farm that's here in Austin, Texas, and they have a whole area for their chickens. And it was a good challenge for me to do Whimsical Line because I was able to draw the chickens while they were walking around, and so chickens don't hold still for very long. I had to sketch really quickly, and that was a good challenge for me because I tend to be really slow. So the curlicues of the feed that the chicken was pecking at, and really I don't think they were eating feed, they were eating like things from the farm. But I kind of drew like the hay and whatever was, you know, the lettuce and stuff that was on the ground, and then just sort of the whimsical curls of the chicken feathers. So that's a quick way to capture something. And, you know, these are very different subject matters. It's not like all of these subject matters that I've shown you were the same, but Whimsical Line can really apply to a bunch of different variety of things. So that's Whimsical Line. This one is one of my probably most favorite lines. You can see I use it a lot of different settings and different cases and for different meanings and contexts, and it's really fun to play with. So I hope you guys try this one at home and let me know how it goes, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, LZM Studio, where I frequently release quick tips and all kinds of different ideas about drawing. Also check out my Facebook and my Instagram page. I like to show photographs of my artwork, of my students' artwork, and share funny stories from my students on those pages. And then check out my website, lzmstudio.com, where you're going to find more inspiration and full-length, detailed tutorials.